Hi, Edurne, Daphne here. It's lovely to think of where you are in Vancouver. Here as well, it's very dark at 5 o'clock. It's raining tonight. It's miserable. You're right. It's a good time to study. I've just finished actually a super long day of teaching, and my last student is this French chap, and he's really bad. He's not doing IELTS, but oh my gosh, it's hard work at the end of the day. It makes me want to scream. Anyway, here we go. I'm very happy for you to use your own stuff. Very good idea. You've done so many with us. Most students do this. They kind of will focus on what they are weaker on. I would recommend that you choose essay titles you do like. Make sure you challenge yourself always. But that's absolutely fine on the pie charts. Good idea. So most people prefer shopping in supermarkets nowadays. How does this affect local shops? So that's the first part of the question. And what are the positive and negative impacts? That's the second part of the question. So there's quite a few questions like this now that we need to make sure we very carefully, one paragraph for this, one paragraph for this. Okay? During the last decade, economists and financial, so you can have economists as people and financial experts as people, or economic and financial experts. So that's the adjective. Economic and financial experts have seen a growth in the number of consumers that prefer to buy their products. Yes. Okay, we're going to be assuming all products, okay, from big supermarkets, either in or from, but not on. On is like on the table. Big corporate supermarkets rather than in small or local shops. Okay, good. Those who tend to get their products in big markets see the advantage of accessing important and exotic products, while those who shop in local stores are more aware of the impact that their decisions could have. Very nice. Okay. Those who tend to get their products in big markets. This is a little bit heavy. Yeah. We're talking about products again. What are we talking about? Those who tend to purchase food in this way, or food and other goods in this way, see the advantage of accessing. Okay, good. Okay, we've got products. Be careful on this word. Or those who shop in local stores, or you could just use the adjective locally, are more aware of the impact their decision. You're absolutely right. That's so true now, isn't it? Whether shopper's decision is to buy in a well-known supermarket or at the local farmer's market. Be careful. Be careful this. If you could use this with if, you cannot use this with whether. It doesn't work. They're not exactly the same. If a shopper's decision is to buy, there are positive notes, but to be honest, it doesn't really work. I think you might have done this before, but be careful with this. Okay? I don't think it works with the if. Okay? So I don't think you need that at all, if I'm really honest, because I think you want to be going into this essay. Discuss some of these key issues and suggest that this development, has many disadvantages. Okay, so, but that depends on which way you want to argue it, but it's important that you have an introductory sentence. For me, this is too much here. You've got a lot going on here. It's only the introduction. Don't go crazy. Yeah? So I think this would be a more important sentence at the end of your intro. With a more globalized world, just typo there, watch out. Consumers have access to products that have been imported at incredibly competitive prices. Okay, imported means from other parts of the world. Yeah, so you don't need that. Imported at competitive prices, and then take out that. Get this kind of smooth, enabling and offering access to a variety of products and resources. Okay, so you see we just don't need that other bit. We can just keep this really neat here. Products, resources, products. Whoa, watch out for this word. Ah, you love this word. Stop. A variety of products and resources. So, items, consumables, device. I mean, say what they might be. Computers. What say what sort of thing we might mean here. That grown in other parts. That while produced, manufactured, so not grown. I mean, or grown or manufactured. I get it. So grown with food. So in that case, we should be talking about food here in this bit, consumables. While grown or manufactured in other parts of the world are just at the fingertips of the customers. Okay, at a customer's fingertips. You could change that around a bit. For example, so you don't need to go. An example of this is the yeah. It's too long. Some of this. Keep it really tidy. So, for example, the renowned Canadian supermarket, which offers a big range, a wide range of international products, which are difficult to find. You don't need which here. Okay, offers a wide range of international products which are difficult to find, comma, in order to cater for the largely multicultural Canadian population's needs. Very nice. It's unarguable that accessibility and price are two of the main reasons why consumers are drawn to buy in big branded, in I go well known branded supermarkets. Remember, big is not very IELTS here. But your point is very good and it's very clear. Just keep it concise. A lot of the stuff I'm taking out is just extra words which you don't need. It upsets the coherence. The coherence is how smooth this is. So if you have too many words, it's like heavy to read. Okay. However, there are people, watch out, that are more aware of the impact that buying from local resources could have on the local economy. Here it is on, and the environment, so it's on for both those. This is largely because pollution could be immensely reduced when there's no need to ship products across the world. Absolutely. Now, it's just pollution in general, not the. When now you've got when there's no need. So instead of that, maybe put without expensive and destructive and or polluting or damaging shipping costs. I mean, the cost isn't damaging, but so I want to use polluting again, but I know you've got that. So I'm going with without expensive and polluting shipping costs. Just a little bit neater. Sometimes it's good to use an adjective. It saves you a lot of words. When buying local products, consumers are benefiting the economy of the country by, just typo there, keeping money in the community and helping those members to prosper in their business. Canada, has a large market of entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are people, so you want to go who have been able to thrill. No, you want succeed or thrive. Thrill is excitement, but these ones are what you want. Very good. Thanks to the government's effort to impulse, boost, or increase, or encourage. Not impulse, I don't think there. Any of those would be okay. The consumption of local products by promoting initiatives such as farmers market. For this, okay, good. So, are we answering the question? How does it affect shops? You've said a little bit here. I feel that you want to be talking more about how it affects shops. In this paragraph, are you looking at how it affects? Not really. If I'm really honest, you are talking about the impact, but if you go back to the question here, okay, how does this affect local shops? Okay, so are we answering this? I'm not sure. I think you need to make sure you're absolutely answering that. Here you said, yes, that's what they do. They offer this. Great. But here we need to quickly say what the impact of this. Yeah, so local shops, they can't compete. Yeah, local shops. Okay, shops. Can they compete on price? Can they be as quick to deliver? Yeah, will they need support to continue? So I think your points, you make some good points, but I'm not really sure if they're all absolutely relevant for this. Okay, and then positive and negative impacts. I think you need to be bringing this in a bit more, all the way here. So positive impacts, yes, price, absolutely, availability. So is this positive? Yes, positive. However, negative is the impact on the local shops. Okay. Well, do you know what I do? I really like this essay, and I know you can write beautifully. Okay, so I would write it again. Take on board these corrections, write it again, send it to me. I won't do a full correction, but I'd be really interested to read it. Okay, and then I think you would feel happy that you can do it. Yeah, so it is simply answering the question really carefully. These double questions are very, very difficult. Okay, please don't be disheartened. Don't worry. I'm not at all worried. I know you can do it, but I think this is just simply not totally understanding the question, okay, or answering it like they want. Task achievement. Okay, so here we go. Your pie chart we've got here, two pie charts, show the proportion of expenditure by students at one uni in 2000 and 2010, it looks like. Okay, so you've got food, holidays, transport, clothing, sport, maybe utilities and eating out. And we're comparing how they've changed. Quite nice, this kind of chart. Compare student expenses in 7 different areas. Good, the same uni, well done. In 2 different years. Overall, the expenses of students, or student expenses, remain similar for the budget dedicated to grocery and utility bills. Nonetheless, students from 2000, just typo there, 2010 spent more on eating out, and students from 2000 preferred to buy new clothes. Good. During 2000, scholars spent half their budget on, utilities and groceries, 29 for the former, 21 for the latter. However, the uni used 4% of the total restaurant on bars and restaurants, and another 5% on travel. In 2010, more than half the students' money was spent on groceries, whereas only 5% was dedicated to clothing and holidays. Well done. So you've immediately pointed out those differences there. Well done. This is reading really nicely. In both years, students spent the same amount for 3 areas: groceries. Yeah, I'm not sure you need to give me the numbers, but anyway, however, spent 2 times more on eating out and similar amounts of transportation at 8 and 9% respectively. Good. Okay, I really like this. This is what I really like, more than half. Okay, you've similar amounts. You've used some very clear vocabulary. This is super. 2 times more on eating out. Lovely. So you're comparing. This is just what we want. Well done. Yeah. And the tenses, you've got the tenses really, really nicely done there. Very happy with this. Contrast. This is all the super good bits. I mean, there's loads of super good bits. Okay. Very nice answer. Absolutely happy with that. Okay. Really, really good. The task 2, I'm not worried. Just make sure that you're answering each bit of the question super carefully. Okay. Well done. Take care.